Before we jump into the video, a quick reminder that my books are available on Amazon.com. If you live in Trinidad and you would like to order my books, you could contact me at 487-9115. We could make an arrangement where you order it via online transfer and I ship the books to you via a courier company like TT Post.
One of the words being used to describe Haiti in 2024 and being used to describe the situation in Haiti at the moment is anarchy.
It's
Anarchy.
bad. It's literal. There's no government in Haiti.
One of the reporters was saying there is no governance and there is no government functioning in Haiti.
You have troops.
The prime minister can't come home.
Can you imagine?
He's still in Puerto Rico where he had to go seek refuge because Barbecue, Jimmy Cherezier, known as Barbecue, says he can't come home.
This is the #1 man in charge of the biggest gang in Haiti telling the incumbent leader of Haiti, don't come home. And he can't. And some of the state security officers are still fighting, shooting and so on, to have some semblance of, I don't know what word to use, but
Today CARICOM leaders will meet on the question of Haiti once again. That meeting is scheduled for Kingston, Jamaica this morning.
As we speak.
I would imagine so.
1 hour behind.
I don't know if it's going to be virtual or if they're going to actually
have representatives.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's a meeting today.
There is a meeting today, and they're hoping, and Dr. Irfan Ali, chairman of CARICOM, has been saying repeatedly, Haiti's solution must be homemade, must be owned by Haiti, executed.
Yeah, but at the point, Dale, the gang is controlling Haiti. So what? So Barbecue will be the next president?
That won't be surprising.
But which government in the region will recognize Barbecue as the president of Haiti, or even the wider world?
But what is interesting as well, to add to that question that you have posed, is that even some of the leaders, and at first I didn't want to believe it, but even some of the leaders are reported to have suggested to Prime Minister and acting President Henry to step down.
To step down?
Yeah.
No,
that kind of jolted me when I first.
Yeah, but even if they do, the Barbecue, let's call him Barbecue, says the government has to go.
Yeah.
In other words, it's not Dale alone. It's everybody has to go.
Yeah.
This is the man who's idol.
Now, this song was done back in 1988. It was done in 1988 by David Rudder, and everybody gives you the same feeling when they describe what it's like to listen to this David Rudder Pelham Goddard arrangement, and you always get this feeling.
It's now 36 years ago, and Haiti is worse now than when this song was written 36 years ago.
Lyndon, you tipping something?
Yeah.
Tell them how hard it is to have a hardened father. Father. F-A-D-A.
Hey, bigots.
But you looking good, boy. Everything looking like they catch.
Proper.
Good boy, like you start to the stem now of the you start to the the cucumber latana. You start to eat this up to the stem now.
Right, so this stem here.
It's alive and chicken.
How old you were when you moved into this back room?
Well, when Daddy's father got bedridden, we gave up our bedroom. And you and I came and stayed here in this room. I would have been about 11. Which will put you 7 from 11 at 4 years old.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I was older than
No,
that.
no. Sorry. I was 15 years old.
You had a girlfriend, I think, already.
I already had a girlfriend, man. Long time.
But how this room end up in the back here first house?
Well, this room was constructed by Uncle Wayne. He originally made this room. He had joined the Coast Guard. And he built this room as a gym. This room started off as a gym. And from then till now, it has served many purposes.
You remember when this was under construction?
I was here with Uncle Wayne building this. Uncle Wayne is actually the person who, and I told him this the other day, I said, Uncle, you know, most of my skills and interests would have started with you when he was digging the trench here, tying the steel. I will be outside here with him. Just proper foundation.
And he'd be a young man in his 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, so he come up with bricks, plastered, and what? Put.
No, it wasn't plastered. It was concrete blocks. So he pointed the blocks. Yeah.
And wood rafters and galvanized.
And I'll never forget, what he did is he planted two 2-inch posts into the slab. And then he put 2 hooks on top. So that was for him to do his bench press.
Okay.
And he had a nice piece of 2x12. And the man made a sit-ups bench and everything.
Yes, I remember that. And it had a rope on one end that you could hook your foot under.
Right. So when he's ready to do the bench press now, he will just, because remember it's slanting going on at a 45 degree. So he will just lift the low end and put 2 bricks underneath it.
Right.
And then he will do his bench press. It was a proper gym he had here.
But the walls were always enclosed at that point there? He had built up the walls all around, or piece of it was open?
The entire thing.
And put the roof on it?
And put a roof on it, but it was a flat roof.
Okay.
And to the back here was a dog kennel. We had 2 dogs. We had a German Shepherd and a Collie.
That was his dogs?
Yeah, Beauty was the German Shepherd. And the Collie, her name was Jessie. His name, sorry. And on Saturdays now, Uncle Wayne and I will leave here with these 2 dogs, walk out Dinsley Road, head up Tavernet Street, make our way to the river and walk all the way up to where all is be beaded by Father's truck, and then we'll walk up. And then most likely Daddy will come and pick us up. We put the 2 dogs in the car. Yeah. I do a lot of hiking as a child. I'm talking about 6 years old. Hey, Uncle Wayne used to be treating me like a commando, you know. When you hear me come home in the night, Uncle Wayne wrestling with me, put me in a headlock, try and get away. And I had to fight, you know. I had to fight to get away. So after that now,
it ended up turning into a storeroom. And then Liba wanted to do some lessons.
Yes, boy.
Right? So at one point in time, we cleared it out. And we refurbished some school tablet chairs. And we had about 8 chairs in there. We had our blackboard. And then after that,
Yeah, what was that
Auntie
period?
Paula
Yeah.
got sick. We didn't have any rooms available in the house. So we ended up fixing up this as our bedroom, and Auntie Paula recuperate in this. Though it's amazing when you're talking about these things that memories will come back to you. I could also remember during the point in time that this was our gym, we had our old time rocking chair. The wooden rocking chair with the wicker.
With the wicker, yeah.
And I could remember, maybe I was about 4 years old, that rocking chair used to be in this gym. And my cousin Alana, I could remember her rocking me as a 4-year-old in this very set back room that we call in the caboose now. I was about 4 years old. I could remember up to being 4 years old.
It's your earliest memory.
It's my earliest memory. I can remember a birthday party. At 4 years old, mommy and they used to really have some nice birthday parties for us. And they would take these Stereotex cup. It wasn't party back then, it was party cup. Yeah, so it's less to full up. Right?
By the time you get a bourbon and a bobby, you're done.
Yeah. It didn't even have bourbon biscuit back then. Yeah. But it always had Bobby. And packs of chairs, little toy soldiers. And I could remember walking all around this neighborhood here. And wherever we know it have children, we were handing out invitations. I remember walking down the street here and giving scripts on them invitations.
Let us say that a child did a wrongdoing and deserved the licks the child got. But the child might have been beaten too much. The mother, or maybe the father, vice versa, because sometimes in parenting, the mother is the strict one and the father lenient, and vice versa. It don't be always the father strict. Yeah, some parents, the father, let the children, have a free reign, and the mother is the strict one, and sometimes the mother is the strict one and the father, right? So vice versa, the child get beaten, whether by mother or father. And one of the parents will eventually say, you overbeat the child. And the child, that might come for the child to know.
That's some bucket.
Some bucket.
Yeah.
So that supports exactly what you're saying. That in a relationship, no matter how realistic a family could be, and they want to show you that you were the wrong one, sometimes the person wants somebody in the corner to say, yeah boy, he really behaved stupid. He should have never said something
But
like
look
that.
at happening to Daddy right now. He daughter say he hadn't because he lifted weights. But he want to lift a little weights right now, even though he's not supposed to be lifting weights.
But no big set of weights.
I know, but the thing is, you want somebody in your corner. If I say, yeah, that's like, yeah, man, let the man pull a little weights. You're
Yes,
happy for that somebody in your corner.
Yes. Even if they
Okay,
don't
I
do it,
understand your.
but
I
the
understand
support
where the
is there.
competition is going. Right, this competition is going in support, and as regards the person before who you're speaking of, I still maintain that people still need to be sensitive about areas that they're getting into. They need to be sensitive about it. I mean, you might be wanting to defend a son or a daughter, but you need to be sensitive about the fact that maybe my child erred. Maybe my child wasn't mature enough in a situation.
Oh, you're talking about when you went to the funeral?
When you went to the funeral. Right? Yeah,
You want to get our story quick? How about you?
I could give this story for you.
Yeah, get the story. You're not going to call any names.
We were in a funeral, and it was the father had died.
Yeah, the father had died.
Okay, the girl's father had died, and the mother must have been grieving, as you say, a little support, right? The girl's mother must have been grieving, and
Yeah. 4 men were murdered. The police were contacted
Where?
by someone
Where?
in Mayaro. The police were contacted by someone in Cameron.
Okay.
someone had to call the police officers. Something happened here. This is what we heard. Then we heard gunshots. I don't know. I'm just saying. Because that is what makes more sense to me. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, come around, engineer. They're loading the Matrix boy. Matrix on the screen.
Last call before we head to Cal. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello? Yeah, good day. I want to say that the police can easily chase that call. Easily. Right? Because they have the technology. And I want to say in modern time, I think they have 60 gang leaders. And each, they come to every one of them. And I find this government to do something really serious. From the time you know who it is, no question asked. You put some fellas, license to kill, and take them out. Because they have our country looking bad. That is what the government to do. Kill them. Because like people like rubbish bags, them don't want no hanging. Even if one of our boss there, they don't like no hanging. Right? But go to a man, kill a man, especially you kill innocent people, you had to be taken out too. So give men license to kill. As long as know who it is. No question now. Don't like what Boris used to do. Take them out.
What? Alright, that's gonna do it for calls. We take a quick break, and when we come back, we travel the globe with Kyle Saunders.
In the Bahamas, the Prime Minister is convinced measures put in place to fight crime have been working. Prime Minister Philip Davis says there is still a struggle and pushback is evident. Mr. Davis told reporters last week their questions on crime and effective measures should be posed to others on the front line. He admitted that the year had a bloody start and that was a grave concern to many. In South America, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson flew to Venezuela last month for a private meeting with the country's president Nicolas Maduro. The BBC had been told the talks were unofficial and not paid for by the UK government. Mr. Johnson's spokesman said it was to emphasize the need for Venezuela to embrace a proper democratic process. The Sunday Times first reported that Mr. Johnson traveled there by private jet while on holiday in the Caribbean. In Africa, there has been criticism in Nigeria of a decision to rename an airport after President Bola Tinubu. The government in the state of Niger said Mina International Airport had been renamed in recognition of the president's contribution towards developing the region. But some Nigerians have described it as a vanity project. In Europe, the bodies of 5 missing skiers have been found in the Swiss Alps.
There is a little bit of delay in terms of Farmer Harry getting back his passport. Just come to follow up with TT Post here, but does this scene look familiar? In a little bit, I am going to say. Before we jump into the video, a quick reminder that my books are available on Amazon.com. If you live in Trinidad and you would like to order my books, you could contact me at 487-9115. We could make an arrangement where you order it via online transfer and I ship the books to you via a courier company like TT Post. So you tell me to stop the sucking finger?
Yeah.
What did she say to you?
Good
Huh?
job. She said good job.
Is it easy or hard to stop sucking your finger?
Hard. That's easy.
Easy? What's the hardest part?
The hardest part is trying to get it back good position.
To get what back in a good position? Or you mean like when you want to sleep?
Yeah.
Ah, I understand. Come sit down, let me take off the socks. Too jam.